Tonight, a mass killer is on the loose. The state of Maine is in a state of shock and fear tonight. Streets are virtually empty as residents shelter in place 24 hours after authorities say a U.S. Army reservist walked into a bowling alley and then in a bar just over my shoulder and shot and killed 18 people, wounding 13 more. Tonight, a massive search is underway for 40-year-old Robert Card. Police say he is armed and dangerous and should not be approached. And authorities say Card spent 2 weeks in a mental health facility this past summer after acting erratically. Tonight, miles of businesses and homes in and around Lewiston, Maine's second largest city, are on lockdown, including a nearby college and grade schools, as hundreds of law enforcement officers search for the suspect. It is this year's deadliest mass shooting, and it has jolted the country once again.
Okay, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutation, you Akim out there that push this word in truth and in sincerity. It's good to be back on doing videos. They gave me a strike on my channel for a video that I put up 2 years ago. Medical disinformation. But it was good enough to be up for 2 years. So you decided to take the video down and strike my channel because of the fact that this truth is eating you devils up. This truth is getting at these devils. They're losing sleep. So the only thing they could do is take the videos down in hopes that people didn't look at the video, in hopes that it won't get through to the masses of the people, because those who have it, they got it, and they sealed with this truth in their mind. So even which way you take the video down, the elect or the hopeful elect is sealed in their mind already. So you can't take that away from them. The only thing you could do is take the video down in hopes that nobody else that's blind run across the video. But you devils are losing sleep. But once again, it's good to be back doing videos. I have another channel, but I can't get inside of it. They blocked me from getting into that channel. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make another channel. So, without further ado, let's get into these scriptures. 18 killed, 13 injured in Maine, in a bowling alley and in a bar. And this dude that did it was an Army reservist that had mental health issues. He was in a mental health facility for 2 weeks. Now, I pose this question. Who put them spirits on him? Who's plaguing his mind? Them spirits that's being put on him is by Yahweh, Yahweh Shah. Yahweh is the father of spirits. The Lord controls all spirits, including me, including you, every spirit. The Lord has
tonight, a mass killer is on the loose.
Shalaki for that. But we know and understand that the Lord is the father of spirits. And I'm going to prove it to you how the Lord controls every soul on the earth and give them their orders. This is Job chapter 33, verse 15. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon man, and slumbering upon the bed, then he who is Yahweh, Yahweh Shah, opened the ears of men and sealeth their instructions. The Most High put the spirit on this dude. He programmed him at a particular time, at a particular area, 2 areas that may I add, a bowling alley and next door a bar. And all the souls I want required, I want you to take them out. All the souls that I want required back in the spirit world, I want you to take them out, and that's going to be their judgment. I want you to bring forth my judgment upon them souls that I want required. So at a particular time, he woke up out of his sleep, got dressed, ate breakfast, trained on, he's an Army reservist, probably trained. And at a particular time, The Lord that's, now it's time to do the bidding. Now it's time to bring forth my judgment on these people. Let's continue to read. I'm going to read it again. This is Job chapter 33, verse 15. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon man, and slumberings upon the bed, then he, which is Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah, opened the ears of men and set up their instructions. He gave him his instructions. This is what you're going to do at this particular time. When I gather all these souls that I want to bring judgment upon and require their spirit, I want you to be there at this particular time and do this and do that. And the 13 souls that I injured, I wound them as chastisement. But I'm going to spare their life. It says, then he opened the ears of men and set up their instructions, that he may withdraw man from his purpose. He didn't want to do that. He may want to go with his army buddies and hang out, perhaps himself go to a bar. But now the Lord sealed his instructions to do his bidding and hide pride from man. So you see, it doesn't matter what you planning on doing, I'm going to do this. That's why you should say, Lord willing, I will do this, I will do that. Because the Lord could seal your instructions and you do the total opposite. You do the total opposite. Hey, man, I remember when I first came across this truth. This is back in 2002. I suppose I went to my sister's crib in Brooklyn, in Coney Island. At the time, they were celebrating a gathering of somebody's birthday or whatever the case may be. Now that I know that birthdays are wicked, you're not supposed to celebrate your birthday. Hey, but at the time, I didn't have a vehicle, so I was on a train. And I was going, to Brooklyn, the D train. And at the time, the apostles, they was on 125th Street. So the spirit that's had me get off 125th Street and walk down, and I ran across the Akim, the apostles, in front of Adam Clayton Powell. And I stood there. But my intentions was to go to my sister's crib to that birthday gathering. But what happened was, out of nowhere, I just got off the train and just went down 125th Street to Adam Clayton Powell. And I ran across the Akim, the Brotherhood, the apostles. Show you that men don't control their fate, that the Lord sealed your instructions. I didn't know I was going to do that, but I did it. But back to this guy, I was just giving you an example for my own testimony on that, my own experience in that. I was going to a birthday party where my shorty was at and my sister, and the rest of my family, but I didn't go. I went to the camp. So this guy here, he's no different. The Lord sealed his instructions and he went and took care of what the Lord wanted him to take care of. The Lord put the spirit of vengeance on this man to carry out what he wanted him to carry out. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 28. And it reads, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. And this dude definitely came in with a fury laying on sore strokes. He underlived 18 and critically wounded 13 in a mass shooting in a bar in Maine and in the bowling alley. So this is what you call terrorists from the Lord. Because that's why I don't go to these mass gatherings. You ain't gonna never see me in no bar or mall where there's a bunch of people. Nah, I don't do that. I'm not going to no more. If I do go to more to do something, I'm in and out. I don't be window shopping. I'm in and out. I get what I gotta get and I'm gone. Because you never know when the Lord is going to put the spirit on a man to do what he do, or a woman. And now you got this border crisis. You got a lot of unsavory cats that's crossing the border and going into Chicago, New York City, Los Angeles, and they can be sleeper cells. But everything is of the Lord. You gotta have faith. Back in the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 28, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. And in the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made him. Going back to Job chapter 33, verse 15. The Lord sealeth that man's instructions. The Lord opened his ears and sealeth his instructions to do his bidding. He put the spirit of vengeance upon this 40-year-old army reservist to carry out them 18 killings and wounding 13. That's judgment from the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah. And it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. It's a fearful thing to get on the bad side of the Lord Yahweh Yahweh Shah. You don't want to get on the bad side of Yahweh Yahweh Shah. And how do you get on the good side? By doing that which is right in the eyes of the Lord, Yahweh Yahweh Shah, and doing what he tell you to do. Go out there in the highways and the byways, push his word, put these videos up, edify the hope for the elect. Observe the high holy days to the best of your ability. Doing things that's pleasing in the sight of the Lord. Or less destruction gonna come upon you. It says, fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents. When you see somebody getting mauled to death by a wild pit bull, by a wild dog, or a wild animal, somebody that's been training a whale or a dolphin for years, and all of a sudden the whale just flip on them and maul them to death. Or somebody's surfing and they just get devoured by a great white shark. That's a spirit of vengeance. It says, teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword. The modern day sword is the gun, which this dude used to kill 18 people and to wound 13. It says, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandments, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. Why? Because who can resist the will of the Lord Yahweh Yahweh Shah? If the Most High program you to do something, you're going to do it. You ain't going to say, nah, Lord, I don't want to do that, man. I'm going to do my own thing. Nah, you're going to forsake what you had planned and do what the Lord wants you to do. Prime example, that case that point that I gave you, my own testimony. I was going to Brooklyn, to Coney Island, where my sister lived at, to go to some birthday party in 2002. And I wound up getting off 125th Street and going and walking down 125th Street and ran across, for the first time, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Then from there was no turning back. So the Lord set for man's instructions. And this dude here, he appeased the Lord's wrath against them people. It says, I'm going to read 31 verse again. The 31st verse again. I keep on saying Deuteronomy. The book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 31. They shall rejoice in his commandments, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. The other day, some dude pushed a 40-year-old man on the subway tracks and killed him. Who do you think put the spirit on that man to do that? That was the spirit of vengeance against to take out that man for whatever he did, whether it's in his previous life or in this life. Another example, you have this man walking down the street, and another dude that's cold blow his head off. He didn't know the guy, but the Lord put the spirit on this dude to walk by this other guy and to shoot him. This was in Philadelphia. By the way, it was an Edomite that got his head split and got unalived. This was some months back. To show you that that spirit of vengeance is out there. You see? And they're not going to transgress the word of the Most High Yahweh, while Yahweh Shah. This is being that Deuteronomy kept on popping up on my mind, I'll bring out the scripture. This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. And it reads, "See now that I, even I am he, and there's no power with me. I kill and I make alive." Did you hear that? Let's read it again so it can sink in. Okay, this is juicy. "See now that I, even I am he, and there's no power with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal." Case in point, 18 killed, 13 injured. The Lord kill and maketh alive. He wound and he healed. He wounded 13, but unalived 18. It says, "Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand." No one can deliver you out of the Lord Yahweh Yahweh Shah's hand. If you want the Lord's bad side, or the Lord want to unalive you and require your soul, that's what's going to happen. There's nothing you can do about it. "For I lift my hand to heaven and say, I live forever. If I wet my glittering sword, that will wet me to sharpen my glittering sword, and my hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies and will reward them that hate me." He will render vengeance to his enemies. But I'm gonna read it again. It says, back in Deuteronomy 32, verse 41, "If I wet my glittering sword and my hand take hold on judgment," that word judgment pops up because that's what the Most High brought. He brought forth his judgment upon them people. It says, "I will render vengeance to my enemies and will reward them that hate me." And that's exactly what the Lord did. He pulled the spirit upon that dude and made him do what he did. Because when it's all said and done, when you go to 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 6, the Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bring down to the grave and he bringeth up. The Lord can make you poor. He can make you rich. He can bring you down low, or he can bring you up. Everything, the Lord controls everything, man. The Lord controls everything. Everything is of the Lord. And Abba Ratazah, this year, a lot of things kick off, leading to us being delivered. Because I'm tired of this shithole. I'm tired of being in this shithole, having to get up every day to go to work. I got to be working at 6 o'clock in the morning. All the bills is rising, but the paychecks are not rising. You get tired of that, man. But I'm digressing, So we're gonna go to Psalms chapter 68, verse 20. Then I'm gonna close it out. "He that is our power is the God of salvation, and to the Lord, and unto God the Lord belongeth the issues from death." Let's read it again. "He that is our God is the God of salvation, and unto God the Lord belongeth the issues from death." So the Lord sanctioned all them people, them 18 people to be unalived, and he sanctioned for 13 to be injured. That's why you need to fear the Lord. That's why the Lord requires fear. Because the Lord will unalive you in a heartbeat. The Lord is dreadful and to be feared greatly. And you people soon is going to find out that the Lord Yahweh, Yahweh Shah, is not all love. He loves his elect, but he's going to bring brutal judgment upon the 2/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and Esau and the rest of you nations. So get ready. Prepare yourself. So with that, I'm going to give all praises once again to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rukah Quadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, the elders of Great Millstone. Salutation once again to you, Akimat, that I push his word in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.